Welcome everybody to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. It is fantastic and wonderful to be here tonight. I have to let you know that over the past couple weekends ago, we had an amazing Christmas party. Many of you know that we do an awards Christmas party down in Orlando, Florida, and it's in Walt Disney World. What a great place where dreams really do come true. And that's such a great phrase, it's such a great expression, because when I think of Retriever Merchant Solutions, I see so many stories of second chances in life. I see wonderful testimonies where people have been in difficult places and they thought their situation may have been hopeless. All of a sudden they have an opportunity here with Retriever Merchant Solutions and they have a second chance, and they don't take it for granted. They fight for it. They work hard at it, and they're super successful. So what we do every year, we just had our 7th annual Christmas awards party, and we started this 7 years ago, and we started it just doing a Christmas party, a regular Christmas party, and then Mr. Brian Campstra got up there and said, "Welcome to our annual Christmas party." So everybody kind of jumped on board with that and said, "You know what, that sounds great, let's do it." And everybody would cheer, and I said, "Okay, if you guys want to do it, we will do an annual Christmas party in Walt Disney World." So I hope you guys don't mind that. We're doing that every year. And actually, I've already made the reservations. We're going to be doing it next year as well. And our theme, I'll let you know up front, we're kind of leaning towards doing throwback sports. Every year we have a theme. This last year we just did the 90s theme, and the costumes were amazing. Everybody said, "Well, it's the 90s themes. We don't really even know what to dress up as." We had the Spice Girls there. We had Tom Hanks, with the one movie there. I mean, it was incredible. Indiana Jones was there. It was absolutely amazing. We even had Beanie Babies there, and they won the award. So absolutely fantastic. We had some great music. We had great trivia, and we honored our top award winners. We had Rookie of the Year. Shout out to Mark Torbett, who's been with the company for 10 months as I speak, and he's won Rookie of the Year with our group. Already won a beautiful trip to Turks and Caicos. How about that for your first year with Retriever Merchant Solutions? I know a lot of you guys are clapping out there. We also have Leadership Award, which went to Sean Benson, I think for the 3rd year in a row. Does a great job training. As a matter of fact, he trained Mark Torbett, Mitch Torbett, some of our top representatives in the country. We had Rising Star, and that went to a beautiful couple down in Tampa, Florida, who's just really turned it on and doing a great job. A couple you really root for, you just love, Tony and Maria Christou out of Tampa, Florida area. We had a new award that came out, which was really emotional for this couple, because this guy worked, both of them, Michelle and Rich Urso, worked super hard, always positive, always available, been in the business for 8-9 years, won many awards, won many trips, always in the top 25, and they were our Veterans of the Year, and everybody was stood up. They were just filled with excitement and just happy for them. And that's one thing you'll find within our group. There's no cutthroat. Everybody cheers for one another. Everybody roots each other on. Very positive, lots of encouragement. And we also had our top 5 representatives, and if you're in the top 5 within our super group, you are doing absolutely amazing. These are top representatives all throughout the country. We had Mitch Torbett, who finished number 4, I believe. Sean Benson was number 5. Everybody roots for Ricardo Alfonso, our Latin king, we call him. He did a couple commercials reaching out to the Spanish community. We have opportunities available for everybody, so wherever you are, give us a call. Take advantage of the opportunity. 904-434-4635. Call me, Rich Norton, and we will teach you and train you so you can have a second chance in life and have a wonderful career with Retriever. Also, we had Frank Robins out of Upper State New York in the frozen tundra, finished number 2 in the country. Shout out to Frank, great job. All these guys that I'm talking about, top 5, all going to Turks and Caicos in the month of March. So congratulations to them. And then our #1 representative for the 4th year in a row, Mr. Bob Saunders out of Virginia. And again, everybody's giving a standing ovation for our top representatives. Nicely done, as I always say. Great job. Some of these representatives you've heard a lot about. Some of them have been on the show. I'm looking forward to the beginning of the year 2019. We are going to be going up to Atlanta, Georgia. We're lining up shows to do with Bob Saunders, and you got to listen to this guy because he's going to share some secrets with you, what's been successful for him. He'll tell you, go out and have 6 kids, because he has 6 kids, and it makes him work harder. Frank Robins is going to be on the show. Great personality. Does a fantastic job. He'll be joining us. Pete Longton out of Texas is going to come and join us. So we're going to do several shows. These shows are for you. We don't do it just for entertainment. As much as I love it, you know that I love what I do. I can stand on the table, jump up and down, and say it's a super fantastic, dynamite, exciting day, and you'll say that guy's crazy, he's having fun, he's enjoying life. So yes, we are entertaining, there's no question about it, but we're informative, we're motivating, we're inspiring, we are educating you, we are informing you. That's what these shows are all about. RMS sales, training, and inspiration. So I get responses all the time through your emails, through your calls. Thanks for the inspiration, thanks for the motivation, and many people are saying thanks for the training that you're doing, because we are in the process right now of doing shows on how to understand and read merchant statements. As I'm doing this show, I'm going to focus on this. This is episode number 5, and you guys are telling me, keep doing more. I'm not rushing through them. If it's one statement, we do one statement. If it's 2 statements, we'll do 2. I honestly believe, truly believe, that I could do about 50 shows, because I want you to be able to walk into a business, look at a statement, and know exactly what to look for. That's the level that we're going to get you at if you believe it. So I'm going to take a short break. We're going to dive right into it. Break out your notebooks and your pens. We are going to focus on how to understand and read statements. Volume number 4. I will be right back after these fantastic messages. Hi, it's Rich Norton. I am a board member for the Haven Horse Ranch in St. Augustine, Florida. This is a wonderful ministry that specializes in equine therapy for special needs children. What an amazing ministry. If you'd like to support this ministry, go to havenhorseranch.org, havenhorseranch.org in St. Augustine, Florida, and you will bless somebody and you'll get blessed yourself. Appreciate you doing that. God bless.
Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt from Leonard Skinner here with the sign of Hands and Feet. We want you to go out and donate. We want you to go see them. God bless each and every one of you. Support, support, support.
Amen.
Amen. Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt here from Skinner. Hey, I want you to donate to the Hands and Feet West Side. West Side's the best side. There you go. It's where I was born at. Anyway, hey, listen, they're feeding homeless vets, homeless people, helping people recover. They're a good organization. Don't forget, donate to the Hands and Feet West Side. God bless.
Hello everybody, I'm Amy Gandy from Hands and Feet Foundation. It is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, that my husband and I started 4 years ago. What we do is we feed the least of these. We help the least of these in our community and everywhere else if they want to come. We have hot meals every day from 12:30 to 2. After we eat, we have a Bible study every day. We have clothes, food. Once a month we have free doctors, free psychiatrists, a free optometrist, dentist, and these are real licensed practitioners. And we have haircuts on Mondays. We help people get into rehab and detox from drug addiction, life on the street where they need help. We have homeless shelters that we facilitate with, that if they want to get off the street, we help homeless veterans get off the street because there's no reason they should be out. And how we do all this, we do it for free from donations, volunteers, and from people like y'all. We would like for you to look us up on Facebook, Hands and Feet Westside. We'd like for you to look at our website, handsandfeetfoundation.org. Our address is 7478 103rd Street, Jacksonville, Florida, 32210. The Bible says that when you have done unto the least of these, you have done unto me. Thank you.
Hey everybody, go to handsandfeetfoundation.org and support them. Don't forget, support. For the Son of Man who came to seek and save the lost. Luke 19:10.
Hi, it's Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. I'm here with my good friend, Jason Woodward. We have amazing opportunities. Tell them all about it, Jason.
Not only do you get commission up front every single week and get paid on it, but we also make residual income. So let me explain to you what that is. My dad told me my whole life, no matter how successful I was in sales, until I made money while I was sleeping, I was not successful. Well, guess what? Residual income is making money while you're sleeping. So now I'm successful, and we want to help you be successful too.
We'll teach you, we'll train you. Give me a call, Rich Norton at 904-434-4635, or you can email, tell them the email address.
It's opportunity.rps@gmail.com. We want you.
All right, we are back. I'm ready to dive right into this. I don't want to waste any time. We're going to go over how to read merchant statements. And I have one in front of me that I went through with Bob Beaudry up in New York, and I've got the same exact statements. He sent it directly to me. These might be a little bit blurry, and you're going to see them up on the screen. I want to thank Bruce, who is a producer on the show. He does an amazing job. He puts it all up there. These guys figure it all out. I just get up here and sit down and do it, and these guys do magical work with their computers. I have no idea how they do it, but they do amazing. So shout out to Bruce for all that you do. Thank you very much. But these statements right here, this one is from a merchant company in Maryland, and you're going to see that a lot of these statements look pretty much the same. I've gone over a few of these, and we'll go over more and more. They come from basically, I'll be right up front, the First Data. A lot of them farm it out to First Data. So on this page right here, you're going to see that the merchant did an amount submitted, didn't do a lot of volume. They did 7,665.65, and they did doesn't say anything about third-party transactions. Usually that's American Express if they're using American Express, not through the OptBlue program. So if you see that, normally they're on the old American Express program. Adjustments and chargebacks, if a merchant had a chargeback, it's going to show right there. And then it gives a bottom line of what the fees were charged for the month. This particular merchant right here was charged $245.28. So the total amount funded to their bank was $7,420.37. When you see attention at the bottom, usually that means there's going to be a couple more fees that are coming out, whether it's an annual fee or they're upping some fees. So that's what that notice is right there. So when you ever see that, that's an attention. We go on to page, actually I got page 3 in front of me. I don't think I had page 2. Well, page 2 we're not going to worry about because that just basically gets into deposits. Now this is a merchant right here that does Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and whenever you see Star, Maestro, NYCE, Pulse, Excel, that's debit network interchange. What that means is when a customer puts the PIN number in onto the PIN pad, that's what that is right there. You're also going to see EBT food stamp and EBT cash benefits. Now, you may say, well, I've never run across this at all. What do I do if a merchant is doing EBT? Great question. Very important that you get their FNS number, FCS number. It's been called, also known as the EBT number, food stamp number. Usually they're going to have a certificate that they're going to put on the side of their wall. If they don't, they'll have it in their paperwork. If they don't know what their food stamp number is, guess what? Rich Norton has ways to find out. I will give you the telephone number. Just reach out to me at 904-434-4635. There's a direct number that you can call and get the food stamp number if they do not have it. So we don't want anything holding up writing the merchant. Whatever they don't have, we're going to go out there and find it. There's another one. I talked to somebody today on a side note that said, how do you find their EIN number, federal tax ID number, if they cannot find it? If you're in Florida, you can look up on sunbiz.org. If not, I have a number that you can call directly. Rich Norton has that number too. The IRS number, federal tax ID number. Again, give me a call at 904-434-4635 or text me. I'll show you and tell you how to get that information. We want to get everything going smooth as you're going through the presentation with the merchant. So this merchant right here is in, I'll be right up front, they're in kind of a rough area. They do the majority of EBT cards. They did 658 food stamp cards, so that's a big majority of the business that they do. This is unique. You're not going to see this a lot, but it's good to go over this. This way you'll know, and they ask you, what do I do about EBT? Rather than saying, humana, let me call the customer service and find out. No problem at all. We handle EBT also. So very important that you have this knowledge down, you have this information down, because if you show that you're confident, the merchant's going to be confident in you. So we're going to go to the next page. This merchant is on Interchange Plus. We're going to go to fees charged. That's what we're looking for most of all, is fees charged. Now, MasterCard, you've got discount 1. It shows that they did $18.75. They are paying 0.0104 over interchange. Now, this is not a tiered, because throughout this statement here, it's going to show where they paid interchange. So basically, on credit cards, merchant is at 1.04% over interchange cost. They're also 20 cents, where it says other item fees, they're at 20 cents. So what does that tell you? You go down a little bit further. They have POS authorization fees, so they're at 5 cents. So it looks like this merchant is at 0.0104, 20 cents on some of the transactions, and 5 cents on most of the other ones. So I'm just going to say 0.0104 and 5 cents is what this merchant is paying on credit cards. That's high. Again, they do not do a lot of transactions on credit cards. You go a little bit further, same thing. Offline debit, meaning not PIN-based debit, offline debit, MasterCard, 0.0104. But again, they have other item fees at 20 cents. I'm glad I'm looking at this, because it's very important that you figure as much as you possibly can. So they are getting charged 20 cents, and they're also getting charged an additional 5 cents. So the merchant is at 0.0104, meaning 1.04% over cost, plus 25 cents. That's on the credit and debit cards that are run as credit. We go a little bit further. Merchant is on authorization fees, 5 cents. Same thing with Discover. Now I want you to get to the point where it covers Star, Maestro, NYCE. That's exactly what I was talking about previously when we're talking about PIN-based debit. So if you're ever wondering what that is, the merchant is doing PIN-based debit. PIN-based debit, and I want to be crystal clear, unfortunately many representatives, not with our company, only if they did, it's because they were misinformed or they didn't know. Many representatives from other companies will go into a merchant and say, all you're going to pay on PIN-based debit is just 15 cents, no other fee at all. Is that correct? The representatives with integrity say no, and they know. The people that are informed know. They are going to be paying Star, Maestro, NYCE. These are all network fees, debit interchange fees. They're going to be anywhere from regulated debit, 0.005%, going to be 0.5%, 1%, 1% plus 1.10 cents. Somewhere in that line, they will be paying interchange debit network fees. Now this merchant right here is at 9 cents on the transaction fee. So it's important that you see that, because sometimes you may say, well, I'm going to lower your fees and bring you down to 15 cents on PIN-based debit. Well, if they're at 9 cents, how are you going to save them money by bringing them to 15 cents? That's why it's important that you understand so you can make an accurate representation of what the savings are really going to be if you have the statement in front of you. So the merchant's at 9 cents on the transaction fees. We go a little bit further. As I stated, this merchant does a lot of EBT. They have food stamps. In other words, what that means is when they make a purchase, they're using their food stamp EBT card, so they are getting 9 cents for that. So basically their PIN-based debit is the same as the EBT. There is no other network fees for EBT. It's just a flat transaction fee. On this particular statement right here, they are at 9 cents. Now, they also have cash benefits, meaning that they can get cash. A lot of the merchants will not do that. They only like to do EBT based on transactions, purchases only. That's why it's important that if they're doing EBT, you want to ask them, do you also do cash benefits as well? All right? Giving you a lot of information right here. So they did 658 transactions, and then they did another 32, almost 700 transactions on EBT at 9 cents. And now we're going to get into total other card fees. And this particular merchant is on what we call a free machine program. You can ask them, did you get the equipment yourself? Is it your equipment? Normally they're going to say, no, they provided it for us. We don't pay anything for it. This is where you're going to show them nothing is free. You obviously paid something for the equipment. They raised your rates very high, and you've got a whole bunch of monthly fees that are covering your free equipment program. So basically, you've got a $5 fee. You've got a $19.99. They didn't do their compliance. They got a $5.95 customer service fee and a $20 monthly fee. Total monthly fees are $52.64. So you've broken down this statement right here, and the question arises, what am I going to do with this merchant here? Many of you are presenting cash discount, which is great. That's been a fantastic blessing for the merchants. They're saving a lot of money. It's also been a blessing for you because it allows you to do leasing on new equipment, to offer different programs, regulatory and product fee, and to bring your residual up 4 to 5 times more than what it normally would be. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to traditional processing and tell you exactly what I would be doing with this merchant. I found out that free machine, so-called free machine, I broke down their statement. Merchants love it when you are educating them and you know what you're talking about. When you do this, they are having faith in you and they are trusting you because you know exactly what you are talking about. I want to get every one of you representatives to the point where you no longer ever have to use any kind of portal tool, sales tool. All that stuff is wonderful. But what it does, it interrupts the flow of your presentation. How nice will it be to be able to walk into a merchant, show the statement, show what you're going to do with the statement, show them exactly the new program that you're going to give them, and then close the merchant. That's much better than, okay, let me grab your statement right here. I'm going to send this into my office and I'll get back with you in the next day. Tell me what sounds better. As a merchant, who would you have more confidence in? The guy that says, I'm going to send this in, I don't know what it means, I'm going to send it in, I'll get back to you into the next day or two and let you know what I'm going to save you. Or the guy that says, this is easy, I've changed so many merchants that have this program, I'm going to show you where you're at and where you're going to be with us. You're going to have a lot more confidence in that person that is able to educate you and explain this with confidence. So this is how I'm going to do this with the merchant. I'm at the edge of my seat. I'm excited. I'm ready to explain it. I'm going to say, Mr. Merchant, this is the merchant company that you're with, and I'm on their page as I'm talking. I'm on the same page with the merchant. I'm on their team. The biggest complaint that I get from my merchants that I'm helping out is they look at the statement and they have no idea what it means. And I'm shaking my head up and down as I'm saying that. It's a whole different language. Well, here's where you're at right now. When you see this right here, and I'm going back to that first page, you're at 0.0104. That means interchange, and I show them where they paid in interchange. Interchange is the cost. That's what the banks charge, depending on where that card came from. Assessments is what the credit card companies charge. So when you see all the assessments, that's cost as well. The key is to reduce as much as you possibly can on what you're paying over that. You're currently at 1.04%, meaning card comes in at 1%, you're paying 2.04%. Card comes in at 2%, you're paying 3.04%. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. You're paying 25 cents per transaction, meaning if a card comes in at 1% plus 10 cents, you're now at 35 cents a transaction fee. So I'm educating the merchant on how that works. Starting today, going forward, Mr. Merchant, see the assume approach that I'm taking? Instead of being 1.04%, with us, you're going to be at 0.25% over the cost. So instead of paying 1.04, it's only 0.25, a quarter percent. We're going to reduce it from 25 cents down to 8 cents, saving 17 cents every time a card is being used. Bunch of money saved there also. Your PIN-based debit, you've got some flexibility now. As you're explaining this to the merchant, you're at 9 cents every time a customer puts their PIN number in, plus that network fee. I'm going to explain it to them what that network fee is. No way of getting around that at all. We're going to reduce that from 9 cents, and you got flexibility. If you need to go down to 5 cents, 6 cents, 8 cents, whatever you need to do, I'm going to bring it down to 5 cents because this merchant does not do a lot of volume. And then I'm going to go to the EBT. Excuse me. They're at 9 cents. This is where the big savings is going to be. They did 700 transactions at 9 cents, spending almost $600. I'm going to reduce that to 5 cents, bring it down to $35. So saving a bunch of money there. I showed them all the monthly fees that they were paying, over $52 for their so-called free equipment. What we're going to do with our company, with Retriever Merchant Solutions / WorldPay, you are going to have a full 48-month warranty program, 100% tax deductible, and I'm going to be able to do it at $39.95. That includes everything, the technology, the statement, the programming the machine, everything. That's all included in that. That's the only monthly that you'll have with this program right here. Every step along the way, you notice that I showed them savings. And you notice that I said, starting today, going forward, from this day forward. At this point, everybody says, Rich, no-brainer. What do I need to do to get started? Everybody follow with me. To get started, we just need a check, void, driver's license, fill everything out. I'll put everything in writing exactly the way that I explained it. I just covered one statement, and that is fantastic. I want to spend the time with all of you so you can understand reading statements, closing merchants, one call close. Everybody repeat after me. One call close. I'm not going back to the managers. I'm not going back to portals. I'm closing them right on the spot. That's where you want to be. That's where we want you to be. So I hope this is helpful. Utilize this. Watch this over and over and over again, and you will find yourself getting better and better, and you'll keep on improving. That's our show for the day. I feel fantastic. I hope you feel fantastic as well. Take advantage of these resources that we're providing for you. Remember, today is God's gift for you. What are you going to do with this day? Whatever you do with this day is your gift back to God. Make sure you make it a good one and have a super fantastic, dynamite, exciting day. And we'll see you on the next show, RMS Sales Training and Inspiration.